Calling Janet!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the General Banter Half-Hour Power Hour. This is arguably one of the most lo-fi podcasts you're going to see out of the General Banter stable in the last while. We are in the garage. We have since moved all of the shit up to Belfast, and right now it's just me, a tiny Zoom recorder, a microphone, awaiting Aaron McCann, who has nipped into the house for a pish. So we'll wait on his return, and then we'll turn into absolute vape niche up in this bitch. We'll probably go on to talk in depth about our several little gigs that we've been at recently. I've been on tour. If you fancy coming, if you fancy giving me fucking elocution lessons, that'll be good. If you fancy coming to see some tour shows, go onto the Instagram, go onto the link in the bio, and see what's available to you. We have knocked out of the park already. By the time you listen to this, we've been to Derry, we've been to Cookstown, and we're going tonight to Newcastle. So by the time you get this, I'll have done those 3 tour shows of whatever, 20 something. Okay, they'll be going very well. And as usual, this is what people do. You do a gig somewhere and they either go like this: oh fuck, I didn't know this was on. And then like 100 people say, I didn't know this was on. And you're like, bro, you could have fucking, the place could have been fucking extended out the back to get you motherfuckers in. But anyway, that's life, that's social media, you know what I mean? We're crushed by the algorithm. Anyway, any other crack? I don't know whether I can get playing you this before Aaron gets here, but we don't have any plug-in capability. But I do have a video here, right? And I'll chat to Aaron when he returns from a pish. I caught a piece of gold on video. We were having a laugh. See, at Cookstown, we were in the Glenavon, shout out, we were given a room that we could chill in. And it looked like a hotel room, probably not as fancy as their other rooms. It looked like a room that, like, they might let staff stay in if they're like, right, I'm working fucking 12 till close, and then I'm back in at fucking 6 o'clock in the morning. They might just let them stay in this room. And where is this goddamn video? I have never laughed as hard in my fucking life. Aaron basically farted, right? And I thought it was hilarious, and then he farted again, and I was gonna turn on the old turn on the camera and be like, "You alright, sir, just fucking blasting farts." And he laughed so hard at the second fart that he then continued to laugh and did a series of farts after that, which I'm gonna play. He's back in the room now. It's bad timing.
Are you playing me out?
It might not seem dramatic, but what you're hearing there is a man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Half-Hour Power Hour, Aaron McCann.
Hello, good to be here.
Fresh
just
pish?
Just took a pish in your house. It was great.
What you're hearing there is Aaron laughing, and each laugh is punctuated with it's so like he's like but his arse is going.
That's never happened before. That was terrifying.
Well, if you're farting that freely, you're generally by yourself.
Yeah.
And you're not, you tend not to be I mean, that's a good freeze frame on my face. Let's go for it one more time. So that sort of was your asshole?
Yeah. Like, I think that, like, people are like, oh, I laugh so hard and I shit myself. I actually thought this could be touch and go here. Yeah, put a drop over that.
It's amazing. Like, the sphincter control is so impressive.
But there is no control.
And then, like, 5 minutes later, you were lying in the bed and you're like, fuck, I do need a shit.
Yeah.
You're like, well, fucking, I could have told you that.
I immediately got up and shit after that.
Immediately got up and shitted. It was the funniest thing that ever happened. Laughed our ball bags off.
Yeah, I laughed so hard that I was like, oh, I don't want to do a gig now. I'm fucking wrecked.
Oh yeah, well it was Cookstown, so there was underlying feelings like that anyway.
I don't knock it.
No, it was good. It was good.
Some sausages.
Some set of sausages. Let's go back through our week here. We've been on tour. What have we been at? Derry. How'd that go?
Where have we not been? Derry, Cookstown, Dublin.
And then we're going to fucking Newcastle tonight.
It just keeps on rolling.
Rolling. Let's break it down. Derry. How do you find it?
Derry was unreal. Derry is almost like they almost fill your head full of shit because you're like,
Yeah.
it's not that funny.
They're like
You know what I mean?
overly up for it.
Yeah, but it's great.
It sets a tone and a benchmark that is almost impossible to meet.
And they are ride or die as well. Just ask the owner of Guapo.
Oh yeah, that's
know.
right.
Bougie tried to come in there. People at Derry were like, nah, do the air.
Dude, here, boy. Fucking dude here. I must try this fucking Guapo place.
It's good.
Although the only time I'm in the town is if I'm doing a gig, and if you think I'm standing in a fucking queue for an hour to get a burrito, you can fucking whap my balls.
Oh, we did go to Umi.
We went to Umi. Shout
was
out
very
there boy
sexy.
Sean there who told us to go in there.
It's good.
Asian
game.
fusion, I believe it is, and it was good shit. We've been very good there ourselves.
Yeah, it's been a lot of Asian food.
A lot of Asian, a lot of food in general, a lot of late night, indulgence.
Yeah.
So, what did your trainer say to you?
You had a good week?
Cheeky cunt. You had a good week. You're like, yeah, fucking dead. It's called living life, bro. We're not all in here, racking up watts on a fucking watt bike. You fucking loser.
Yeah, because he weighed me last week, and then this was my first, like weigh-in, see how I'm progressing. And that was what he said. He's like, fuck, you've had a good week?
So that was your first weigh-in?
Yeah.
And how sure he doesn't
No,
know
as in like first, like the first one
the
is just to,
first follow-up
yeah,
one?
first follow-up,
All right, okay.
So I'm, 1-0 down.
So you went to...
I'll come back in the
off
final
the bad
quarter.
start. Like, you went to a trainer one week, he weighs you, and then you go on tour dates with me and eat like a fucking... Like a king?
Yeah.
Like a king the whole
Yeah.
time?
A lot of stout and Chinese's, beef noodle soups.
That Umi place was just dumplings, fucking, you name it, pork belly on a stick.
Yeah.
Fucking,
It's very sexy.
fucking
It's
lovely.
very like authentically. It's funny like places like that where it's like it is quite like authentically Asian. It's got the minimalist,
Nine
kinda
white
decor
dudes
and
working in it.
stuff. And then you finish your fucking sushi and you kind of teleport yourself a wee bit, and then someone comes up and goes, "All right, folks, she's all wrapped up there, eh?
Yeah.
Let me take
Yeah.
that off you."
You fucking done with the fucking Mackie fucking, it's, you done with the fucking salmon nigiri, lad?
Hey, something to greedy, all right.
I was, what's up, nigiri? I was in fucking Derry for 4 years, can't do the accent.
Yeah.
I was listening to a video the other day, Nadine Coyle on something, and she was like, blah, 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 World War Five or something. She said World War Five. And it was absolutely a record going backwards, like, World War Five.
That video of her like on what was the show they were on? Pop Stars, The Idols, and she like lied about her age, and she's like spoofing why she can't get her passport and all. Brilliant TV. A cultural reset, if you will.
A cultural reset, a milestone,
Yeah.
a core memory.
Yeah.
Funny, like, and I never, I lived there for 4 years, as I said, never heard anyone's accent as bad as that. Hardcore.
Yeah, black belt and Darren Ease.
Oh, Darren Hayes.
Darren Hayes.
That's the fucking name of the podcast.
Darren Ease.
Derry was great. People just afterwards just had absolutely no respect for our personal space and came on into our changing area and we're like getting photos and shit. And so Derry to be like, well, lads, what the fucking, what gear are we doing now that you're finished the gig?
Yeah, a lot of people on coke.
A lot of people
comedy
just.
shows.
Oh, there was definitely a fella with powder on his nose still.
Yeah.
At the Derry gig, and then people think you're on tour and they're like, oh, you're finished your gig. Do you want to go to fucking shoot up in a fucking house party here? And you're like, no, bro.
No, I'm about to go home and watch Grand Designs. Pull myself out.
I'm gonna go home. Or no, we're gonna go to McDonald's here. This is after Umi, by the way. Fat cat. Like, we're gonna get nuggets, and Aaron's gonna get the nuggets confused and eat one spicy nugget, and then nearly drop dead of a heart attack in
No,
the
it's
car.
too spicy. Too spicy for McDonald's.
You nearly shit your pants.
I can't do spice, man. And 20 of them? That's a fucking slow suicide.
But no, it wasn't 20 nuggets, to be fair. I think it was only supposed to be 6, but she gave me 12. But she was being cute about it,
Yeah.
I think she was quietly like, there you go, boys.
Shrewd.
And crawled across the fucking driver's side and out the window to get at her. little artsy chick, as you said. This you can't talk like this in Northern Ireland. Word gets around too fast.
Yeah.
You mentioned something somewhere, and
You're
someone's
like,
like, "Here, what do you
artsy girl
fucking?"
in Derry McDonald's.
You mentioned Belgium. You know, come to fucking Belgium and fucking Victoria Square. Whatever. Like you can't mention anything.
Well, it is like the what is it, the 5 degrees of bacon theory, where it's like you're 5 people away from Kevin Bacon. It's like 2 here. You know, like you'll probably know someone by some sort of relationship that you have with someone else.
Yeah, and people, people probably don't even like listen to the podcast, but will jump on it. Like, here you're fucking slobbering about something
Yeah.
specific to me.
Yeah, and it'll be something so stupid too. Like, heard you were mouthing about Ballygowan the other week there.
I know. What's wrong with you, Evian cunt? What's wrong with good fucking Ballygowan water? I know, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, as if, and by the way, most, you'd be telling some ridiculous story, and someone's like, here, don't be like that. And you're like, I'm fucking lying for the,
Yeah, it's all for the bet.
I'm joking, man.
Yeah.
I'm obviously joking. Like,
This is all jokes.
if you put a Belgium in front of me, will I eat it with no hands? Yes.
Correct.
Shovel it into me like a fucking angry pig. Not in Derry though. They put you out. Put you out of the town.
The best deals in the country in Derry, Martha's Vineyard. You go there, you get a game of 10 pound bowling, free courses, £20. Where else would you get it?
We used to routinely knock years off our lives in that place on a fucking Tuesday or whatever.
Oh yeah.
When we were at university, just go in there and like, if I recall correctly, I've told you this before. What was it? There was something like, at the time it was literally like 2 cocktails for a £5 or something, and then it was like half price on a Tuesday. I could get, or maybe it was like,
So it's like what, $1.50
maybe it was like 2 for a tenner and then half price on a Tuesday, so it was like 2 cocktails for a £5.
That's ridiculous.
And we would go down. We would go down and just get absolutely fucking bend every Tuesday, and like you were drinking it because it was cheap. Like it was such a mind fuck.
I'm up to Idaho after that.
Yeah, you're like, do I need 15 melon balls in a row? You're like, well, I've paid for them.
What's a melon ball now? Talk me through that.
It looks like it's like a blue drink. I forget, it's like blue. What's the shit called? Blue Lagoon or something?
Oh yeah.
Is that what it's called?
I think so, yeah.
Or Blue Balls? There's one called Blue Ball, BOLS.
Oh no, do you mean Aftershock?
No,
No.
it tastes sweet and nice. It doesn't taste like shit.
Yeah.
You'd love it. You love a melon ball. It looks
Yeah.
It looks like fucking.
Anything sugary to get you drunk, I'll be all over it.
It looks like screen wash. It's nice, and you'd have loads of those. But yeah, the famous stupid story was my mate was drinking those all night, and then thought he'd mix it up on the last round and got White Russians, and whatever happened in his guts, it just fucking one of the most hilarious vomits I've ever seen, because it was so much volume of what looked like milk. So he was just going like a fucking snow machine. It was
Just
incredible.
fucking Chandra and Dale Farm.
But we'd have played bowling, like, and it was a hazard.
I mean,
Like
I can't get anything worse to do, like, after consuming 7 White Russians than playing bowling.
No, this is the same time, like. You'd be they'd be bringing all the fucking cocktails. You're like, fucking happy days, and then just throwing balls into the wall.
You need a few drinks and you need to get a bit of life out of bowling, to be fair.
No, I get aggressive in there. Like,
It's fucking shit.
I have no, it has like bowling. I think would be. I'd nearly go to bowling by myself, so I could just continuously bowl.
Big Lebowski.
Big Lebowski, Lebowski,
Bowski.
Bowski, like everyone else says in the whole world. Big Lebowski? Nah, bro. It's Lebowski. I know Lebowski's from fucking Fentanyl. You're saying it wrong. You're fucking.
Don't be talking shit about the Lebowskis, for fuck's sake.
You're fucking Tony Lebowski. Chrissy Lebowski runs the fucking comedy club there.
The fucking son, Daki Lebowski. Smart cunt he is too.
You fucking ignorant bastard. Little rare cunt.
Oh, here he comes. King of the town, Daki Lebowski.
Yeah, you don't want to go on a date because then, because secretly you do kind of try hard at bowling.
Yeah.
You don't look like a dickhead. So you don't want to be like,
you can
on a
do
date.
the way hang, where they're going through and then you come up behind them and be like,
Finger
oh, I'm
them.
teaching you. I can do I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, boy.
She's about to throw the ball and you just thrust her in the ass. Oh, sorry, I was trying to teach you how to fuck it. Sorry for thrusting your ass.
Show you how to get a spare, fuck's sake.
Spare
It's
fucking-
turned into a full porn scene.
Spare cock. Spare load.
Dirty. You never see bowling porn videos, do you?
No, because there is a lot of because I've written it in my head just thinking about it there.
Brunswick turns
you
into
go to,
Foxburg.
the ball falls out of your hand, and then bowling ball grip straight inside someone. I mean, am I wasted not writing porn?
I mean, a bowling ball grip might reset a cutie. You know, if you did a perfect fucking bowling ball grip on someone's front and back end, they might put them back to factory settings.
Yeah, it's like a screenshot. 2 buttons on one side, 1 on the other.
What size of a bowling ball are you?
Don't ask me personal questions like that. I don't know.
What size do you think fucking Prince Charles uses?
Oh
His
Jesus!
big old fucking fingers.
No, he'd have to just double hand it.
I've never seen fingers like it in my life.
He-
I've seen some fat hairing fingers, do you like? But Jesus
think-
Christ.
Judge it. I mean, they look like Mickey's fingers, but I'm guessing by the redness of them, it's a
Aye.
condition.
Yeah.
You know, I think he might have something causing a bit of fluid retention in the hand.
Flaring up a wee bit.
Flaring up a wee touch. And I seen one of these like like conspiracy theory sort of TikToks where it was like this creepy music, and it was like fucking every dodgy cunt you can name: Andrew, Charles, Epstein, Ghislaine, fucking Savile, everybody wearing a ring on their pinky,
Oh, right, okay.
like a pinky ring, and Charles is doing work. His is cutting into the cheese like
Oh, yeah.
hard style.
Yeah. Got that royal ooze.
Red Royal Ooze. I wonder, is that a thing though, the pinky ring? And then I seen another one about like Masons, like Freemason handshakes,
Yeah.
where they would show all the dodgy cunts of the day, all the fucking Gary Glitters and all that shit, shaking each other's hand in a weird way, touching the knuckle.
The Drinking Wayne's Blood Society.
Mm.
A pint of Wayne's blood.
Must be some gear, like.
I'd go to Epstein's Island, just for the ambience. Like, I'd like to.
I go
you
now,
know,
and there's no one on it. Like,
you go for like a wee nose.
I go on the off season.
Aye.
And you get a cheap package. You get a cheap package, the Epstein's Island, all inclusive, lad.
Not a child inside.
Not a child. Yeah. You want to go? Yeah. Yeah. For a certain part of the year, there's no kids allowed on it. Get a bit of fucking piece of quiet. Fucking walk up and down the buffet at your own fucking pace. Right? Run in there and fight with a load of Germans. Fucking take your pick. Chips, steak, Wayne's, adrenochrome, pepper sauce. What the fuck you want? You know what I mean? There's no fighting over a fucking sun lounger.
Bee stuffing and Wayne's.
There's no one there. Fuck's sake. Not an armband in the pool. We ferry out there is empty and all quiet, serene.
Serene. It's Williams.
Nah, she wouldn't be allowed on there. She's black now.
No.
Old white Jews only.
There's too focused on the tennis, you see.
Those- no, I'm sure there is a tennis court out there.
Oh, aye.
Yeah, just
Think they're bowling? Think they're bowling on Epstein's Island?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? It's not a. Doesn't seem like a hot weather sport though, does it?
Bowling?
Oh, it's blazing outside. I'm on
Aye.
outside for a fucking set of bowling. What do you call it? A deck of bowling. And I'll go with the bowling
A
here.
slab of puns there, knocked him down.
Aye, no thanks. But yeah, his fingers are a disaster. Like, what was my line in Cookstown last night? I was like, oh, he'd do some damage on Epstein's Island. And you guys know your sausages,
Yeah.
because that's all it's famous for.
Colloquial.
Colloquial. And they're famous for sausages, and I don't know if anyone in the country eats a Cookstown sausage, do they? Or is it bacon? What are they into?
They don't do
saus-
both.
They probably do.
They got all the areas ticked. You know.
Gotta get in that black pudding game.
Who's famous for it?
Clonakilty
Oh, aye. That's right.
in
aye.
Cork.
That's the one served with cock of black pudding, isn't it?
Yeah, you can get it in various handfuls of cock size.
Yeah.
You can get if you go to the butcher's, he has the fucking. He's got the fire extinguisher, the big fat one.
Can I get the chode, please? Just the way you won the night.
2 bodleys, 1 chode. What would the big one be? The wab? Can I get the full wab? Look at that thing fucking behind you, just flopping about. Give us
2 bodleys and a wab.
give us 2 bodleys and a wab there, and a cock of black pudding. Any white pudding? Nah, feeling exotic.
Doesn't date.
Doesn't date. Fuck out there. So Derry was good crack.
There was great crack.
What came after that? We went to Dublin.
We went to Dublin.
I mean, this is join us on our food tour of us just doing stuff for a week. We then went to Dublin because I had to pick up Maureen's dad,
Mm-hmm.
and he was at the World Rally Championships, and I think they won, did they? Can't remember. But anyway, so yeah, I give Damo Clark a text. Damo Clark, da, 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 da.
Very funny man.
And Australian. and I was like, where do I gig on a Monday? And he's like, do our gig. And I was like, I didn't know you were on a Monday. And he goes, we're not, but we'll roll out the red carpet as soon as you drop that name, our McCann. They're like, get that red carpet rolled out. So went down and we did our wee gig, and it was great. There's ones from Donegal, that was fun. You know, they came out, but more importantly, we went for more Chinese food before that.
Yeah.
Duck.
Literally just called duck.
It's called duck.
But only duck.
Hong Kong barbecue near the Stroke Center.
I one of them ones where you ordered and then I got mine and I was like, shit, I got what he got. Because I went for half and half, do you remember? Where I went for duck and pork belly.
And I did order two things. I was like pork belly and char siu, and she didn't hear me, so I just got the pork belly.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely fine because nobody needs like 2 kilos of meat. Like I was fucking stuffed. Like we were going to that gig like fucking two wee fat Chinese lads.
And then we went for macaroons like we were in Saxon City.
Yeah, we did go for macaroons and just observed the chaos of Dublin.
Yeah.
That dude that was just walking around like, ooh.
Yeah, that was scary. I didn't like that.
He was a spice girl. That
It was ruining the vibe of my vanilla macaroons.
Will you fuck off, you fucking dodgy looking bastard?
Trying to have a fucking pistachio
Are
macaroon
you
here.
smoking mescaline? Are you on the salvia, lad? Because I'm can't relax here having these fucking 5 macaroons and a hot chocolate that was quite literally.
It was lit. Now when they say hot chocolate, it was literally like they fucking just melted it, put it in a bowl and put it in the microwave.
This wasn't like this wasn't a sachet of options. Or what do
Not
we call
a
that
bit
shit?
of water inside.
No, this was you were like just slurping it down.
Yeah.
It was good shit though. Tasted it. And then we had those macaroons, like 2 gays, straight up gay guys, just on a party.
It was a lovely weekend.
Putting a wee half a macaroon in your mouth and just rubbing your fingers together like that.
You know, you get masculine points for the pork belly and rice. You know, you gotta keep the equilibrium going.
But yeah, we had a lovely time and then drove back, all that good shit. And we're just going through a week here. We went to see Chappelle. Sum up Chappelle for me.
Absolutely fantastic. I was kind of worried because, you know, fucking I'd seen him twice before, and once was amazing, and then another time it was just like this cunt's just literally riffing,
Where
which
was
is
where
fine
was,
to
where
see
was
it.
the riff time?
Hammersmith Apollo.
So even at a gig that big, he was chilling.
Yeah.
How big's that? 5, 10?
Something like that, yeah. Like 5,000 people, and there was people like you know whenever you're leaving a gig and you can hear people reviewing it after. There's a lot of people being like, "Fuck's sake, I'll never go see that again" or whatever. But the Free Arena, it was perfect. It was just like a really good hour of stand up.
You see, I think with the likes of Chappelle, like how far ahead was that Hammersmith Apollo? Like how far ahead was that booked? I bet you he was just like in the country and was like, "Oh, I should probably pop in here." And whatever stage he's at in the tour.
Maybe, and like he is one of the few acts get away with like, you know, he's a spectacle. Like he gets sales off that alone. People just go to see him, they don't really give a fuck what he's saying. Like,
Yeah, I think so. But the fucking he was on fire, and I think we've done well with like people that we've been to see. Like getting to see Rogan that time was like perfect timing to see him.
yeah,
because he probably recorded a special around that time, maybe.
yeah.
And then Chappelle was just 1 hour of good stand up. That looked like a special. That could have been a special. Like
Yeah.
all the stories.
He was wearing like the 2006 Fuckboy River Island top.
He didn't look good.
There was like, you know, like Desert Island, like kind of, you know, real tight fitted, titties out, you know. He's remarkably has a cocktail of like dad bod and then also yoked as fuck, you know.
He's kind of got quite muscular arms and titties,
Yeah,
and then just the old booze belly,
yeah.
and then he's wearing a very unflattering top, like.
And I haven't seen a man chain smoke like that since like, you know, like a regular at the bar in Daly's or something.
Yeah, like yeah. Oh yeah, he didn't stop smoking.
Like every time, like it was like a fucking optical illusion because he'd finish a fag and then one would be behind his ear already, and you're like, where the fuck that come out? I didn't even notice that amongst all the laughing and chuckling.
I mean, that's ultimate. Like, I do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Because they probably, like, I guarantee you, certain places they're like, oh yeah, the fee for smoking inside's like 25 grand, and he's like, okay,
Yeah.
good luck getting that.
So they just charge you like, how would they do that now? Would they charge you once, and it's like, right, you broke the seal, you pay this amount, or do they charge you per bang? You know, because that's quite. If that was the case, he racked up quite a tally there. Like,
Oh, you know them fucking £250,000 if that
like
was
many
the case.
bands you think I'm legit think he smoked over the course of an hour
15 fags.
about 15 to 20 bands.
I think he emptied a box like just on stage.
Some guy went out, opened up a fag box, and put it on stage for him.
You could see him. He had the black box of fucking Marley lights or whatever, and he rips the foil out of it, leaves it there open.
Then another thing too, every time he lit it, there was a different lighter. It was like half a fucking magic show.
Yeah, I noticed that too. He lit the first one was a black lighter, and then he put the hand back in, pulled out a fucking luminous yellow one, and then he had a fucking blue one or something after that.
He must have some fucking pockets in his trousers.
His pockets were like, underneath my bed when I was 18.
Yeah.
Just fucking lighters and probably not as much money, to be fair.
Biscuit crumbs. And
I reckon he doesn't even touch money anymore. Just walks around like some cunt paying for stuff. But yeah, he was. Yeah, he needs an image consultant, I think. He's wearing that old flouncy top like someone's ma.
I like the jumpsuit.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, the jumpsuit should have become a thing, flat out.
The jumpsuit was pretty fly.
Until you need a piss, and then you're like trying to hook your dick out over the top of that zip,
Yeah.
pissing all over the place.
Yeah.
Does that shit? Don't even talk to me.
I remember one time going, I nearly fucking yacked there. I remember one time going for Halloween in
Nosebleed?
like a mascot outfit. And it was like a full blown, like, it would be a fucking mascot for like an American football team. And it was like a rabbit. But the fucking costume was like a onesie. But the zip was on the back. And see, going for a shite or a piss in that, full nightmare. Full panic attack.
How many shites did you need when you had that on?
Well, I was drinking fucking, a lot of, like, this would have been in my prime kind of rum and coke days. So just hauling that into me, breaking the seal, and then being like, I need to piss. I'm going to have to piss about 7 more times before this night's done.
I had a big shit at the 3 Arena.
Yeah. How was that? Nice?
It was, it's weird because there's so much hustle and bustle going on outside the door.
There's a lot of warm arse cheeks touching that.
So you're just trying to force it out. But that's what happens to me now. Like 1 or 2 drinks in, I'm like, the arsehole gives up.
The joke of the night, by the way, at Chappelle, I'll be honest, Chappelle was amazing. Sport acts were unreal. The joke of the night was in the bogs before the show.
Oh yeah.
This fella came in. I was in having a pish and having a vape too, and fella came in and goes, "Mickey, where are you? The show's starting." And he just goes, "I'm in the fucking jacks. Where the fuck else would I be?" It was great.
Perfect.
It was fantastic.
Some old boy with a prostate giving him jip, trying to have a pish.
The jocks is a great term. I remember one time like going to a bar in London like by myself, like I was in a fucking film, and just drinking at the bar, and these 2 lads from Dublin were beside me, and we're chatting away whatever and having a good bit of crack, and then they go off to the toilet and they come back and they high five me, pull me, and they goes, "Hey boy, there's a line in the jacks for you there if you want it." Like, and I was like, sorry, I'd never heard the term the jocks before in my life.
Jacks?
The jacks, basement jacks.
Lebowski?
And and I was like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "There's just another line for you in the toilet there." And I was like, "No, I'm alright, mate. Thank you."
I'll just take the money.
Yeah.
I'll just take the money for it. Thanks very much. You come back out with it in your hand, like, yeah, no, I'll take it back, bro. I don't need this.
I see I'm double. Why don't you say they offer you a line before they offer you a drink?
Oh, fuck me. I wonder about London prices. Take the powder.
I know.
It is beyond a joke now. Boys can't do anything without taking gear, like.
The vape is the new pandemic as well. Like, see,
Oh, yeah.
last night when I was in Cookstown, I was doing my bits, and like,
You can see the blue lights going off.
you just see the fucking blue lights.
Son of the police.
Whoop.
Whoop. Yeah, you can just see it fucking going off everywhere. It is getting ridiculous. Like, it is a silly thing to be doing. Like,
Yeah, we should quit. We should
quit.
absolutely quit.
We'll get this gig over us tonight, and we'll go day by day next week. See how we go.
Monday we'll quit.
We'll quit Monday. I sort of did quit there for a while,
So did I. 4 days,
And then
I
I-
was a
I-
cranky hooer.
and I actually wanted just to go back on them. It wasn't like I give in. I was just like, no, I just want to do this now, whatever activity I'm doing. But I've seen a couple of videos where I'm just like, I need to stop this shit. Like,
Where they're squeegeeing the shit off.
I seen the one where the guy was like, make sure you vape with the windows open, and he squirted like soap in the window and then just scraped off like a layer of gunge, like scraped off gunge. And then the other one I seen was like a girl had kept all her vapes, all her disposables for like whatever length of time it was, and it wasn't that long. It was like 2 months or something. And she goes, right, I'm quitting vaping, and she was like with 2 hands just scooping them up and dumping them into a box. Dumping them dumping them. And
I
there was
wouldn't
fucking,
like to see mine.
there was hundreds of them.
I
Like,
would not like to see mine. Like, it would be like that, you know, like them shows where they like shame people, like they used to do. Super
secret
fat
eaters.
versus super skinny, and they get this fucking
Table
big
full
tube,
of shit, yeah.
looks like the guy from the Power Rangers bit it, and then they just go, so this is what you had in a day, David, and then fucking just
Here,
clumps of stroganoff and fucking just land down.
there's days I wouldn't want to see what was in my tube, like.
I would like to see what was in our tube on the day in Dublin, although I did see most of it that night.
What did we eat something after that gig too?
We had duck and rice. We had fucking, you know, we were like King Farouk. Duck and rice, and then macaroons and lattes and hot chocolates and probably some other bullshit too in there, you know.
Brutal.
Probably some car snacks or something.
Car snack, you know, just fucking. We need the energy.
I think if you had like a video team like following you all day, and like, you know, it got to the point where you forgot they were there, and they recorded us doing a gig, and we looked at ourselves getting McDonald's after a gig and stuff like that, we'd be like, Jesus Christ.
To be honest, last night was one of those like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
You know, I don't think either of us were ready to fucking like go home yet or something.
Yeah.
You're like, we got to do something, and then you end up eating a fucking Big Tasty.
And I said to you in the shop too, nothing goes free like a Big Tasty. I don't know what it is.
So you tell me, maybe it was probably just a culmination of all the shite we had.
Yeah.
There's no way the Big Tasty was going from your mouth to your anus that quick.
I don't know. I've had a few of them before now, and I kind of get that same, you know, it's like Spidey sense, but for your arsehole,
Yeah.
where I'm like, I need to shite immediately.
I think it's just a lot of sugar and grease.
It's all that lettuce. The
Here,
lettuce,
so
is fucking
lettuce is one of the top culprits for food poisoning. That's true.
lettuce just covered in fucking that, like, you know, the Big Tasty sauce.
Yeah, which is nice, like. But yeah, they went fucking apeshit with the goddamn lettuce. But yeah, we need to get our fucking act. And here's the thing: if you eat properly, you know, you don't need to keep eating a whole pile of shit. I've done it before on occasion. If you eat sensibly, like if you eat the right things at the right time, you don't need to be fucking having like, especially see when you throw drink in the mix and you have those days where you're like, right, like I'm trying to like what the fuck day was it? And I had like, yeah, I was down with a hangover on Thursday. We went to fucking Subway, and then I think later on what the fuck else happened later on? Went somewhere else, ate again, and then had to pick up Maureen's sister from something after Lavery's, and we were on the way to McDonald's, and I was like, "Are we going into McDonald's here?" And she's like, "I'm okay but if you want to go, I'll probably get something." And I just kept going. I was like, "No, too fat, just too fat." Like,
Yeah. She hit you with that. There's nothing worse.
she
than
did. She wasn't saying that to me. Like, no, Colin, too fat.
No, there's not. No, she hit you
She's
with
about
that.
like she's.
Oh
about,
yeah, I don't want to, like, but if you know you can't fucking
Yeah.
help yourself, I
if
guess I'll
you're-
come with you and then maybe get
if you
some.
can't fucking stop yourself,
You know, if
You're
you're gonna sit and froth in the mouth all night, might as well go in and get a couple of selects.
if I can hear your stomach rumble over this fucking music in the car,
That's when you do feel like a fat cunt, and I think that's why we might be a bad duo sometimes because we enable each other. I don't think I've ever turned you down for a couple of selects. I don't have it on me. What am I gonna say no to that face?
yeah, you go in your ma's slagging, you eat McDonald's again, you fucking fat mess, and you're like, it's Colin, I can't let him down. He gets depressed when he doesn't get a fucking Big Tasty.
Oh, I know.
Fuck's sake.
And no one goes at me as hard as my ma. Like, you know,
Oh, yeah.
she'll give me the real dose of reality.
She's fucking on roast battle every time you walk in the
I'm
house.
serious. Every time, oh, there's fucking Jeff Ross again walking in the living room, giving me shit.
Slagging it off just because she eats 3 things her whole life.
I'm just laying on the sofa and she's like, look at your tits coming off the side of that.
Well, you do have a very like Henry VIII demeanor when you're chilling. Like I've seen, like, we'd be in Austin and you're like in a pair of fucking boxers with your bag hanging out the side and like melting off the sofa,
Yeah.
just and reaching over without looking into a bag of fucking Mike and Ike's and just throwing them at your face before we decide where to go for fucking Chinese food.
Yeah, Henry VIII demeanor.
You do like like someone's painting you, you know, like a fucking Renaissance painting. You're just like one tit out.
Henry VIII with no bitches.
0 wives,
You know, I'm not.
cutting the head off no
My
wives,
man was cutting the head of bitches, and I can't even get
Aye.
them to come to fucking Bob Birds with me.
pulling the head off a dick. That's it.
Henry VIII strokes.
Oh God, yeah. But Chappelle was great, and
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Donnell Rawlings is great. Michelle
Nice
Wolf.
suit.
She was there, and yeah, it was good.
It was great.
It was great crack. And then of course, we've got Newcastle tonight. We had Cookstown last night. It was great. And we nearly got out of the building without having to talk to people, and then we got hijacked by some people who were just going, "You're dickheads. There's empty dickheads."
that was funny.
That's sort of shit at the pin up with, right?
That was funny. The guy came over, like, had the front-facing camera in his phone, was like recording, like chatting to us, and he had like Snapchat filters on it. And I was like, "Who the fuck's still using this?" And then
He's 45, bro.
I seen his eyes, and I was like, okay, that's why you've got the wee silly effects on.
Yeah, I feel like he got it, like, he discovered it, like, last week.
Yeah.
Here, this is some crack, isn't it, Davey? You hold it up to your face, and it turns your face into a wee cartoon.
I'd be fucking wanged out of it. Nobody notices because I look like one of the Animaniacs.
Yeah, he looked worse when the filter dropped off.
Yeah.
The cartoon was cleaning him up a wee bit. Have to keep the filter on, lad, to look normal. And it's a big old wobbly dick nose. You know that one? Getting more salacious offers. You see you're finished your fucking gig there, boys. I have a bag of coke in the hotel room. Yeah, that'll be some crack.
Yeah, 4 dudes doing coke.
Us two, you two, you know, listening to fucking Freebird around the phone. We're doing karaoke. Some crack.
Karaoke, I'd take. You know, cocaine.
Tell me that story about your ma refusing the chicken. This is how she remains, you know, svelte and shredded.
Yeah, she got like bought like breaded chicken fillets, and it was one of them ones where like you cut into it. She'd sat and cooked this, like, and she cut into it, and then
She
like,
cooked it.
Yeah, she cooked it.
I thought she was presented this.
And then a bit of peppered sauce came out of it. Right, she cut into a bit of peppered sauce came out of it, and she was like, "Nah, not for me that." And I was like, "Mum, that's peppered. Like, you'd eat that if it was on the side." And she goes, "No, I don't like that fancy shit. I'm not gonna eat that." And then I was like, "Well, there's nothing else, like, you know, that's what we bought for dinner tonight." And then she literally turned around and just put jam on 2 pieces of bread and ate that. That was her dinner. Balkan.
I feel like you know, like mothers develop this thing where they go like, Don't you worry about me. I'll just fucking do.
Yeah.
I'll do with this here.
Yeah.
Maureen immediately developed that when she had a child.
Yeah.
You know, like everyone's tucking into like a load of food at like like a shared dinner, like a Christmas dinner, and she'd be there with like a saucer that you put a cup on, and she's got like two wee boiled potatoes and a wee bit of stuff, and she it's just trying to be all right over here. Poor mummy not getting me down.
Like a baby bird, just. That's a great meal, though, to be fair.
What?
2 baby boils, a bit of stuff.
Aye, but not when there's a full array of shit going on. Don't look at me. I'm okay. I run on nothing. I'm like a Tesla. I'll be alright. I'll run on tea. Cups of tea and a wee bit of chocolate every once in a while.
Mums do have that because they're so wrecked from like running about looking after everyone's shit that they just have this kind of, you know, automatic like computer dying out voice. Like
just you get me a spoon and a tub of jam and I'll just fucking eat it like a yogurt.
Go ahead there and record that podcast there, you know. I just sit here and watch Hey Doggy. Season 6.
Don't you worry about it. I'll just go on Pinterest here and look at my kitchens. That's my wee hobby that I have. I just like to look at kitchens for 19 hours straight. I've been looking at gold doorknobs for fucking 9 weeks now.
There's a girl on TikTok and she's making jewelry out of seashells. I can't, this is going a wormhole.
I've seen a fella making jewelry out of. He would take the back end of a fork and chop that off and bait it into a circle and polish it, and then you'd have the end of a fork. And I think we have forks up in the garage there. We could get into that business. What do you think of that? That'd be some crack, wouldn't it? Falls asleep, stand up.
Yeah, I'm about to fall asleep doing an impression of it.
Don't you worry about me. I'm only fucking rushed off my feet for 16 hours a day. I'll be in the corner here eating. I'll be scraping whatever stuck to the pan. I'll be scraping that off and putting it on a piece of old bread that I've cut the mould off.
Hang on, yeah, and I'm just gonna put this air fryer in the tumble dryer. Get it all sorted out for you.
Sorted out for the morning. The only thing I ask.
Do you want stewed meat again?
It's a taste sensation. Keeps you warm on a cold day and all. Oh, God. It's lovely. It's like eating summer. I bought stick pieces in there about to go off. Make a stew with it there before I have to feed it to the dog. Somebody left the freezer open again. That's happened about 3 times in the last year.
Someone left the freezer.
Someone's
open.
like slammed the freezer. Something's like bounced open a wee bit and we lost everything. Come down in the morning, just tipping fucking, like bags of frozen blueberries into a bin.
Yeah, it's rough.
Rough gear. It feels like it's a loss. You're in mourning for a minute. But it's a fresh start. You get to start again with the freezer. But like, what do we really need?
Yeah.
Frozen waffles.
I never needed that frozen cottage pie in the first place.
Yeah. I mean,
start.
If it was me, I'd just shut the fucking thing and let it freeze again. But Maureen's like, no, as soon as it defrosts, it develops worms and salmonella. Like, I don't think so.
I don't know.
I think you could defrost, blueberries and then refreeze them. Who gives a shit? But then I wouldn't be, for all
Blueberries maybe, but I'll chicken dishes.
What?
Chicken dishes and shit like that would be risky enough.
Yeah, I wouldn't bother. If I'd a frozen chicken,
I wouldn't want to refrost and then breast. Be risky again.
I'd frost up someone's breasts, no bother. Get a bit of icing on it.
Oh fuck.
Squirt. Did you bust fast loads? Squirty or oozy?
Easy. It's always been that way. I've never shot in my life. I've never had enough in the dial to build up like a shot.
Yeah.
Nah, just fucking. It's like a warm bourbon.
I want. It's just like fucking just porridge coming out.
Yeah.
I wonder. Get in contact, girls. Tell us what you prefer.
I'll Quaker Oats stick McCann.
Fucking obsessed squeezing dick. Get in touch, girls. Let us know what you prefer.
No, do not.
Do you prefer? Prefer it oozing out, or do you prefer scraping it off the roof? I've had my moments, like.
Yeah.
My dick's like a tin of Coke. If you keep shaking it, the more you shake it, the more it's gonna erupt.
Although I dare say some ladies would prefer that though. It'd probably be a nice change if you were, given a facial and instead of, having a face full of jizz, you just got a wee gust of wind.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're given a facial, it has to be like right under you.
Yeah, it's like someone coughing you.
Oh god, that's disgusting. What a note to end on. That's the name of the podcast. Oozing or squirting?
Oh god.
Oh god.
That'll be one of them months where I'll be on the 2-7 free back home and be like, why did I say that? Why did I talk?
Or someone will
And
just
for what?
Someone will just lean between the seats and be like, I like an oozer. And you'll be like, alright sir, sit down.
Yeah, if we said the shit that we say in public transport, you'd be locked up.
Oh, if we had this conversation, if you were having an overly loud conversation in like a fucking coffee shop the way we are right now.
Yeah.
Oozy or squirty?
I love a good overheard conversation.
Oh, that's the best. What's the best one you've heard recently?
Probably that one you were talking about with the guys in Glasgow and or the guys in Edinburgh. And they're like, I mean, it's a gay bar, but
It's a gay
we'll
bar, but
see.
we'll see.
What do you think happened there? You think they were just like, we'll see if women are there because women tend to go to gay bars because they don't get hit on, or is it the fact of one of them thinks that he might be gay and he's like, I'm finding out tonight?
I don't know. But I hope someone get rid. We'll wrap this podcast up. It's the half-hour bar, my guys. I've one thing to leave you on. The barking anus of McCann. Like literally, is that one fart broken up, or is that like individual farts?
I think that's a few in the chamber.
Yeah.
That just sort of came out in the one time. That's rapid fire, bro.
It's like those videos when there's someone's like, the dog's laughing.
Winnie the Pooh.
Unbelievable. Right, we'll get out of here. We have a gig to go do. I'm gonna take my new Remarkable pad and write a set on it like a fucking dickhead. That's me. That's a midlife crisis right there.
What, getting a Remarkable pad?
Getting a fucking digital notebook instead of just having a normal notebook. I'm fucking out of my mind. But anyway, let's vape up this car and fill it full of farts and chips.
Yeah, let's go get some fish and chips. Fat bastards having fun.
Cheers, guys, for listening, and make sure to check out my Instagram. Link in the bio for tour tickets. Go to the SSE Arena gig. We've got something very special planned for that. It's going to be pretty goddamn sweet. And other than that, just generally take care of yourselves.
Yeah, look after yourselves.
You know, because
sake.
you don't want to be laughing farts out of your butthole.
No.
Maybe you do. It's hard to know. But anyway, cheers, Aaron, for joining me.
Not a bother. Thank you for having me.
You can invoice me for your performance on this Patreon podcast.
Not a problem.
So, no problem. Thanks. And yeah, just take care of yourselves, guys.
Good night.
It's scary out there. You might get oozed on. Anyway, see you later.
Good luck.
Bye. Lebowski. I like that.
I just felt like, come on, get a bit of energy.
Nah, fuck that. No one has energy.
I was just really tired.